It's definitely time to talk about DEXERs, because DEXERs are, well, one of the easiest templates, and maybe the first template that you're going to do when you start second age. So let's talk about DEXERs. DEXERs are by definition guys that use DEX. So you're supposed to have IDEX, this Carter S670 DEX. So let's talk about skills. Skills, of course, the DEXER has a weapon skill. It can be fencing, it can be swords, it can be macing. Either of them is fine if you're PVMing, so it really doesn't matter. And you're gonna have tactics to boost the damage of your weapons, because if you have 0 tactics, you do minus 50% damage, whereas if you have tactics, you do plus 50% damage, and that's a whole lot of difference. Plus what? You're gonna have anatomy, because anatomy also, again, he is a boost to damage, like 20% damage boost at GM anatomy. You're gonna have healing, because DEXERs heal with healing, bandages, and of course it is synergic with anatomy. And what else? Then you're gonna have magery, I guess, and you're gonna have resist. So that's basically the very pure DEXERs, and then you have variations on what you really want to do. For instance, there's skills that you want to do, there's skills that you don't want to have. So let's focus on some skills that are some people use, some people don't use. So for instance, we can talk about wrestling. Some people like to have wrestle on their DEXERs, because when you disarm, say to cast something, you basically, if you don't have wrestle, you basically are interrupted every single time. So you're not gonna be able to cast. So having wrestle might actually be interesting for a DEXER. But it's totally up to you, depending on your playstyle, to be honest. So there is not one rule that say wrestle is good and not wrestling is bad. So you gotta choose. You basically, once you have weapon, tactics, anatomy, healing, magery, resist, you have 6 skills. So you have basically the 7 skills to choose, more or less. So one can be wrestle, so you can safely disarm and recoil away from PKs, for instance. What else can you have? You can choose to have basically parry. Parry yes, parry no. Parry is really a PVM skill, because you don't want to go PvP with parry. I don't see people PvP with parry, to be honest. With parry, with GM parry, which is very easy skill to train, you can parry a lot of hits. I don't have the figures. I don't know if at GM parry you parry 50% of the hits or 35% of the hits. So basically, yeah, you go with the single one-handed weapon and the shield, you enhance your armor rate and you have a chance of parrying. So if you plan on farming high-end monsters like dragons, for instance, I don't know, or Lich Lords, it might be worth having parrying. But rest assured that if you want to chug a pot, you gotta disarm the shield to chug the pot. So that might be the case with parry, but yeah, still interesting parry. Another thing that you might want to have, and that I really like a lot, is meditation. Now, meditation, I believe that mana is very important in this game, and we can discuss meditation, magery, and stats all together. So basically, I've chosen to have, for instance, 55 intelligence with this character, and I have meditation on this character. Right now I'm wearing an armor because I'm farming liches, but the point with meditation is that if you have meditation, you have mana almost as if you were a mage, okay? And that being said, when you have mana to recall, of course. So maybe you can just you just want to recall around, and you're not gonna need magery, you're not gonna need meditation. But if you want to do stuff like, oh, I want to gauge travel for some reason, or I want to cast I don't know, bless, I want to cast curse, I want to cast reactive armor, I want to cast magic reflect, I want to cast for instance Eevee. Why not? Well, you're gonna need magery, you're gonna need meditation, because otherwise it takes forever to regenerate your mana. For instance, this character has meditation, and if I remove all my armor, I can med up pretty quickly, and with 55 intelligence, I can cast EVs, I can cast Earthquake, I can do everything basically, no? I can cast Summon Demon, why not? I can pretty much do everything. But that's a choice. You can choose to go without meditation and be a very pure DEXER, like 25 intelligence, so I just recall around with scrolls, for instance, and go with 0 meditation and just recall around, so you're never going to use Magery for nothing. I mean, for nothing, you know, that's a double hit. For nothing, you mean maybe you can cure with spell every once in a while, you can throw in a G heal every once in a while, but that's not really the case. So that's up to you. If you want to really use also Magery, recall around very quickly, gauge travel sometimes, EV, Summon Demon, anything of that sort, you're going to need meditation. Speaking of meditation, you can also say armor yes or armor no. But it depends. On that topic, I really suggest making female characters, because female characters, look at me. This is not a female, and I have 36 armor rate, and I have invulnerability, chainmail legs, invulnerability, what is this? Invulnerability, chainmail armor, and I believe fortification, ringmail sleeves, and fortification gloves. Of course, the black jester hat is a must. I'm not wearing a helmet. Not a helmet, a helm, sorry. I don't know the difference, or maybe I do. Yeah, okay. If you have a female characters, you're allowed to have the female plate, and an invulnerability female plate, okay, is 36 armor rating, to the price of -5 dex, and it's just one piece of armor. So basically, let's say you're a mad DEXER, okay, you're a mad DEXER. Go around without your armor to maximize your meditation and your mana regeneration. One single equip click, toggle, you equip the armor, you go to 36 armor rate, and once you don't need it anymore, you just unequip it. So that's very handy, that's very handy. I suggest going around without armor unless you're fighting. When you fight, you keep the armor. If you're not fighting, you just go around without armor. That's the map, level 2 map, I guess, and you'll be fine. I like to go around with 0 armor rating, or like with close armor rating, so that's 4, and at need I just keep the armor. Then we can talk about archery. Archery, you gotta have a melee skill, otherwise no melee skill you're no DEXER. But what about archery? Archery is no melee skill. Archery is a good complement for a DEXER, in my opinion. It's more maybe for PvM, okay? Archery is not very used in PvP. I made a video about archery if you want to check it out, but yeah, it's not really used in PvP unless we're talking about bot archers, but even that's very hard. But archery can be good. I mean, you can stand, for instance, on ledges and shoot at stuff with silver weapon or just normal bows. It's just interesting. You can place a boat maybe at as I call Cyclops Valley, and shoot at Cyclops, shoot at Titans, shoot at Wyverns. It's interesting. It is something I would put. I have archery on this character. It is something I would put on, to be honest, on a DEXER, because I think it is very interesting to have archery and to have capability of range attacks. But again, it's up to you. Another interesting thing that you might want to do is music provo. So let's get rid of resist, for instance, the 6 basic skills that I told you in the beginning. You get rid of one of them. For instance, you get rid of resist, and you can use music and provo. So what you're gonna do? You don't do farm. You don't go farm leeches here, because you have one leech at a time. It's not gonna be a problem. But say you go air elementals, fire rallies, hell, even blood elementals. Why not? Why not? Or leech lords? Why not? You go there. You provoke, for instance, the air elemental on the blood elemental, and you bash at the blood elemental. Or you provoke the leech on the leech lord, and you bash at the leech lord. So that's very handy. That's one thing, and I'm gonna make a specific video about the Bard Warrior, and it's gonna be very interesting. In my opinion, it's a very good money maker and a very good budget template. Another thing that you might wanna have if you're interested in PvP, let's say, or interaction with player, is get rid of resist again, snoop and steal. Okay, so you arm yourself with even with the GM weapon, no problem. Okay, maybe poisoned, and you go to a town and you're still and you try and steal to players. If they attack you, okay, they're gonna have to face your DEXER. You're gonna have to face your DEXER. In town, spells do no damage in town, so resist won't matter for you. That's gonna be also interesting. So snoop and stealing, that might be interesting. You even go without hiding. Who cares hiding? Now, having talked about all the skills and all the stats, we can talk about, okay, what do I do with my DEXER? If you are into PvP, well, I don't really advise playing DEXERs. Where are the leeches gone, by the way? I don't really advise using DEXERs in PvP unless you're really geared, top geared. Like you have tele rings, you have GT, you have charged weapon, you have reflect, you have invis. You gotta have everything. You gotta have everything to run DEXER, and you gotta have low ping, because if you have high ping, you're not gonna dex nobody in this game. Okay, let's forget about PvP. Let's focus on PvE. What are the good spots for DEXERs to make money? This is a good spot. This is map. This is leeches here. Okay, so this is leeches north. There's more. There's the leeches south, which is this, where also the fire elemental spawns. The spawn is a little more iffy here, meaning you gotta run around a bit, you gotta use these secret doors. Sometimes the leech spawns there, sometimes it spawns here in this corridor. Sometimes don't aggro the fire rallies so they don't cast on you. Sometimes it spawns here. In general, it's a bit slower than the other spot, but still very much doable. Ouch! What? Let's try not to die. Okay. That was nasty. That was nasty, sir. Okay, this is very much doable, again. So what other spots do you have? You have leeches. Leeches here, just north of Crossroads and south of you. You have 4 leeches here. You have seen me farming them with Sully a lot at the beginning of my streams. Yeah, it takes a while. In honesty, it takes a while. There's 4 of them. To clean the spawn at the beginning, it might take a while. Might take a while to clean the spawn at the beginning, but once the spawn is cleaned, here you're gonna have a hard time, because these leech don't spawn very fast. But it's again like a quick 1k that you can make here, because there's 4 leeches here and almost 5, because by the time you kill 4 of them, another one will have respawn. You see there's 3, I've killed 3. And here's the 4th. They're just bloody e-bolts. I don't have resist on this character. This card is a little bit strange, but I see there's another leech that respawned there. You're gonna arm yourself, of course, with silver weapon if you want to farm gold with the. If you want to farm gold with DEXER, your only choice is basically, unless you're a Provo DEXER and you're basically allowed to farm everything, the only choice is to farm undead. And leeches is, in general, the best option. You can also farm leeches there's other places where with leeches. For instance, there's Fire Dungeon Graveyard that have leeches. Regular graveyards sometimes have leeches, but I suggest not to rely on them. What else do you have? Where else do you have leeches? Let me think. Oh yeah, sure, you have Covetous leeches here. I forgot. Yeah, Covetous Leeches is a nice place also to farm leeches. Oi. Yeah, bandage is low. Here's another place, a really nice place to farm leeches. Covetous Leeches, yeah. -8 the leeches, I thought it was -7. Nice majory. Nice majory, man. Nice majory, man. Yeah, here you have one leech spawning, and you have a skeleton and a wraith or a shade ghoul, yeah. Ghoul to farm ghoul touch. Go. Yeah, this is another interesting spot. The spawner might be a little bit slower, but here you can make 30k per hour, I believe. I believe you can make 30k per hour at this spot, or any other leech spot. Provided that you have a silver weapon. This is a silver weapon, of course. You can... Yeah, that's a nice spawn time. And we can test trying to do Leech Lords. If you want to do Leech Lords, well, you can arm yourself with potions. And maybe a reflect item. Yeah, because that's gonna be nasty. I'm telling you, it's gonna be nasty. We can try. I don't have resist on this character. We can try. Yeah, here we are with the Lich Lord. Somebody already dragged the Lich Lord to the north. Normally you drag this Lich to the north corridor and you just aggro the Lich Lord in the main room. So let's take a look. I have no idea. I've taken some pots now. But this is gonna be nasty without resist. Let's see, silver weapon. Let's try. Yeah, see, it takes a while. Finger sleep. Let's just chug a heal. Whoa, that's a lot. That's doing a lot of damage. This Warfork. Yeah, right. Boy, I played DEXER so many times that I don't even remember my bandage macro. Yeah, the guy still hasn't cast a high level spell, so that's fine. Yeah, you're gonna have to chug pots. So that's definitely doable. Definitely doable. Nice. It didn't also take long. Well, this is a very good Warfork. That's still... No. I didn't... Yeah, that's Silver Vank. Yeah, trust me on this. That's Silver Vank, but still do very much doable. We can try another. This time we drag the Lich to the north, so that we trap the Lich here in the corridor. Let's tab out, so it doesn't start casting them. Yeah, world save. If you trap it behind this secret door, well, mob doesn't open secret doors. See that? They don't open secret doors. Alright, let's go to the Lich Lord here and see. Oops, we might also drag it here that where you don't have line of sight for spells. That might be interesting, but let's just do it like here. We might also cast reactive armor on ourselves, so that every time it damages us, it also damages itself. Let's go. Let's see how it goes. Let's see. Yeah, don't miss. Don't miss. No. Yeah, it's keep missing. Alright, now it's better. Finish that bandages. Yeah, the problem when it casting Explode, Bolt, Flame Strikes, those are gonna be a problem. Yeah, for instance that. Yeah, let's chug a heal pot. Yeah, you're gonna need to chug pots, basically. But if you chug a heal pot every once in a while to help with the bandages... Yeah, now we're gonna... Let's just do this, for instance. And get back at it. And you chug a cure pot. Again, to deal with that stuff, it's gonna be no problem. I thought it's going to be, it was gonna be harder. I honestly thought it would have been harder. I have never done this. I know people do this. I see people doing this all the time. But I really thought it would have been harder, to be honest. Let's try this one. I ran out of pots, of heal pots. Yeah, I didn't restock quite enough. But consider this character has 0 resist, so if you have resist, I mean, this is... Wow! That was a nasty combo there. Yeah, I don't even have a refresh. Oops. No, yes, dead. All right. Okay, let's see vengeance. If you do this, you're gonna actually have to pay attention to what's going on the screen, I guess. It's probably better if you pay attention to what's going on the screen. Okay, here you don't have line of sight, so it's gonna be better. No, mana drain is harsh. Mana drain is harsh. Hey, come on. Now we're doing. Now we're talking. Flame strike, baby. Flame strike, baby. E-ball, baby. Yeah, here no line of sight. Let's wait for bandage. Yeah, you're gonna have potions here. You're gonna have resist if you don't do this. Yeah, I was just trying to do this like I'm doing right now. Just for fun, to show you guys it's perfectly doable, provided that you have a good weapon. And you pay attention to the screen. Armor is really doesn't matter, because the leash is not doing very much damage to me. Alright, nice hit. Alright, this is it for this video. I hope you learned something about DEXERs. This is a very good template for starters, because it doesn't involve using too many hotkeys for spells or stuff. Skills are fairly easy to train. I have made a video regarding on how to train melee skills, or even archery, or even, yeah, not all the skills, but some of the skills. So this is one template that you gotta have. Silver weapons are, you can find silver weapon at your moon gate. So there's everything. There's really everything. And it's very relaxing to play. You can almost play it like chill and farm leeches. Maybe not Leech Lords, not chill, but you can farm leeches while chill, and it's still gonna be okay. You're gonna make a few gold pieces here and there. So it's really a template I suggest having. Like, maybe not having like 20,000 DEXERs, but like a couple of DEXERs on your 15 characters, one for PvP, one for PvM might be the case, to be honest. So thanks for watching. It's been a while since we did some template review, and I hope you learned something. If you have questions, write them in the comments below, or just reach me in Discord. And long live Second Age, take care.